Okay, hello, this is Bryce. This is my Milestone 3 submission for assignment 2 on the Drugspeak assignment. I'm going to jump straight in, it's my fourth take, and yeah. Alright, so we have our profile. I'm not going to demonstrate an incorrect login because that's done by the backend, and we already know that it won't take a incorrect login. I'm going to demonstrate a sign up. I'm going to go Abdul Fof mail Abdul Fof 2 at Gmail. I think I've used your email testing before, so it might already exist. And we'll go Abdul Fof 2. Cool. Now there is an issue, I can't resolve it, where I think it's something to do with, I have a profile stack here, which is just because a lot of screens are on the profile screen, and that feeds into the app navigator. But that's not my way of managing that, but one of the faults is this just gets stuck on here after that, but it has actually created you a account. So if I go here, there's your account. Alright. I'll do an update later. I'm just going to show you some other features. We've got the drugs categories here, and then we can go down to the drugs in category, and then we go to the drug itself with all its details. I'm just going to show you the audio playback feature now.
Susceptible.
Yep, that works good. And this is with a reduced playback speed of 0.33.
Susceptible.
Beautiful. Here we can go study, finish, remove, and the buttons render depending on the condition. I'm just going to throw a few in the study list. Yep, and I'll put this one in the finish list. And we can see that we've got our learning list tab with 2 for the current learning. That's great. And then if I go celecoxib and I decide to make a recording, celecoxib. And then I can play that back. Celecoxib. Yep. And then I can evaluate, which gives a pretty average score of 28. I can do a few. This does move down a bit, but eventually it's a flat list, so it does, or a scroll view, so it does eventually stay in place. See if we can beat 20. Wow, not doing great today. Cool. That's phenomenal. What have I demonstrated now? Yeah, we can also remove an item. And it's not in there anymore. So if I go to your profile, this is reflected in it. Oh, sorry, I should also point out. There you go. We have got the highest score is up the top. They're not very good scores, like I said, but that's what you get. Now, if I go to your profile, I can update it. I'm going to call you Abdul Fofa, and I'll give you a new one. I can't remember what your last one was, but Abdul Fo4. Confirm. Yep, cool. That's updated. Probably it was Abdul Fo, now it's Abdul Fofa. Pardon me. You've got your current learning, you finished, and your score total. Now that score total, I can assess the other one, and that should go up. That's a better score. So that'll probably be about 90 something, 105. Now I'll quickly go here, the community. Oh god, that scared me. I haven't got a what do you call it? Activity indicator, so that's probably why there's a little delay. And we've got we've got a list of users here. There's me. and this should be in order of score, but it's not, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because you're the highlighted person here. I think that's why you're down there. Let's see if I can log on to... anyway, I'm going to also show you that if I sign out and I go learning tab, there's that tab protection. I'll just mention something really quickly that just might impact the marking negatively. That's a bit weird. So if I go here, we've got all these APIs, right? Part of the description is that it needs, you store users in the back end, and then that'll store their current learning, finished learning, and their scores and such. But there's not actually an API to store this particular drugs, as in like paracetamol, whatever. So when you sign it, so that learning list will be dynamic while you're on that account, but when you log out and log back in, it sets back to 0 because that's all done through Redux. But what that means is you will have a current learning of 3, but your learning list won't reflect that simply because there's no API to import those or give a result of what drugs they're doing back. So what I've done is I've done something where if you add a drug to study, it'll put study up by 1, but obviously it can't actually be reflected in the learning list. Yeah, anyway, that's my assignment. Hope you enjoy, have a look at it, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, goodbye.